Hello everyone, how are you all? Today we're going to discuss another stock which is Didi Global. This stock has been very famous recently for many news, but we are interested on the chart of this particular stock, Didi Global, and it's just recently listed, and therefore we don't have so much of data. So I'm going to use hourly chart to predict where the price is going to, and because currently we are seeing kind of up and down trend. It's like a headless chicken. We are not sure where it's going to. So in this video, we're going to particularly analyze this part and to find out where is it actually heading to. So this is Shah&Co. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. We'll start very soon. Okay, so now we're gonna begin our analysis. We're gonna look at the trend first. What is the trend we are having here? So the first we will take the trend line and try to draw the trend. We'll connect the high to the high here, and then for the low we do the same. Then we connect the low to the next low. So what we can see is we can see a contracting kind of sideway pattern. So this pattern is a sideway pattern when it is contracting. Okay, you can see the two lines is actually converging, so that is what we call contracting sideway chart. So basically this signifies to us that the price is going to move in between these two lines, the upper line and the upper trend line and the down trend line. But we're going to do further analysis whether there is any chance. Oh, by the way, I want to explain to you what does it mean when it is actually on the sideway. So when a stock like Didi Global is moving sideways, basically it tells us that both buyers and sellers are having equal power. They are kind of having equilibrium, in other words. So the sellers selling it down, the buyer pushing it up. So there is no clear winner. Who is the winner? If the buyer is the winner, then there will be a breakout and the price will keep going out. But when the seller managed to win over the buyers, then the sell down will start to happen, and there will be a severe sell down, and the bulls will actually be defeated by the bears. Okay, but right now we are not seeing that. It's basically quite even between the sellers and the buyers. They are both pushing up and down, so that's why we are seeing this kind of sideway pattern. So the next analysis, what we're going to do is we're going to see if is there any hint or any kind of prediction that we can do if the buyers or the sellers have showing any sign of giving up, because right now both of them are kind of equal in power. So we want to analyze the power of both buyer and seller and see is there any sign who is going to give up first, so that the other guy can actually continue the trend. Okay, for this I can't really do a Fibonacci analysis because usually we use Fibonacci analysis. We compare two cycles, but unfortunately in this chart we don't have two cycles because we don't have enough data points. So as you can see, if you see my mouse, we have one cycle down and move up, and the second cycle is now forming from the down, is still trying to move up and all that. So the cycle is not completed yet, so I don't have two cycles. I need two cycles to measure the strength of the buyers, and also I need two cycles to measure the strength of the sellers. For the seller part, I only have one cycle. From the low go up and then go down. That's one cycle only for the sellers. So we don't have sufficient data to measure even the cycle, the what you call the sellers kind of sentiment or power that they have, whether they can pull up or push down. Okay. So we can't use that Fibonacci for this chart, so I'll try to introduce an alternative way of thinking, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is known as pattern A. So I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with pattern A. So if you're not familiar with pattern A, I'm going to explain to you. Before that, hit that subscribe button and like button. You're going to learn something new, so you will appreciate this, and make sure you continue to watch my other videos. I will introduce new techniques as well in other videos. Okay, so hit the subscribe button and we will discuss about pattern A. Pattern A basically it looks like a A shape. Okay, So okay, let me use this. Okay, I will remove off all the lines on the chart. Okay, so if we were to focus on this part, okay, this down area here. Okay, you identify or try to identify the lowest what you call price. So the lowest price is around here. Okay, this is the lowest price. Okay, so that is that candle, we will call it center. Okay, that is the center, and we will try to find a A pattern. So that means we must have something like a curve going down and going up. Okay, we do have that. You see, we have a curve going down and a curve going up. So if you invert this particular shape going down and going up, it looks like a A shape. Okay, so that's why it's known as a A pattern. But to really qualify for A pattern, there are few rules that need to be fulfilled. Okay, the rules, let me tell you the rules. Okay, at the center here, the longest or the lowest, I would say the lowest price that we have, we go to the left 3 bars and we go to the right 3 bars. On the left, we will try to identify, or before that, I need to explain one thing. We need to draw a water line. Okay, let me draw a water line. Okay, because okay, so once we identify the lowest candle, right? So this is the candle that hits the lowest price, right? So what we will do is we will try to draw a water line, what we call water line. This is a water line. So you see the green line I'm drawing here. So I'm drawing at the high. I'm drawing at the high of the handle which has the lowest point. Okay, so we draw at the high. We don't high of the body, by the way. It's the high of the body, not at the wick there, not the high of the wick, but rather it's the high of the body. We draw a water line. So the green line is what is known as water line. Okay, from the water line, we'll look on the left hand side. Three candles to the left of the center. So we only have 2 here, the red candle 1 and the green candle, that's the second. Okay, from the center we only have 2 on the left. So we can look up to 3, but we have 2, that's fine. We can look up to 3 and we look for a strong down move. Yes, we do have that strong down move. So I'm going to highlight to you, this is that strong down move that we see to the left. Oh, my curve not so perfect, it's fine. Okay, so that's the what do you call, that's a candle to the left that has a down move, the down move. So we need that. We should not take. So when you look toward the left, right, from the center, we should not take any green candle, because green candle means it's a price move up. We want to look at to the left hand side, price move down. Okay, so from the center, this is the center, right? The place I'm pointing my cursor to. You look for the price down, and it should be a clear price move down. We cannot have a wick that is very long and all that. So when we have a wick candle, a candle with a wick that is, or rather the tails with very long tails, we cannot count those things in. We cannot count in bullish candle. We cannot count in long tail kind of candle. Cannot. We should take a long body. Okay, we should take a long body. So we have that one here. Okay, then on to the right hand side of your center. This is the center, right? The way I'm pointing to, on to your right. Similarly, above that green line, the water line, you got to find a bullish candle, which is above, or at least if it is moving from down to up, it's fine, but it must cover at least 50%. 50% of it must be beyond that green line. So what we are looking at is a strong candle downward before the green line and a strong candle upward after the green line. And it must be in between the 3 on the left, 3 on the right of the center candle. So we could not find that candle. See, we have a red candle here. Moving down, we cannot take in that because we are looking for green, and then we cannot take the second one green. We have a green, but the thing is the green is low. It must be able. The body of it must be 50% above that green water line. So we don't have that. Okay, on the right, the three candles on the right, none of them managed to go beyond that green line. So we say that we don't have a A pattern, even though it looks like a A pattern, but it actually doesn't fulfill the condition. So we say there's no A pattern. Okay, so when there is no A pattern, it basically shows a weak sign. Okay, so we will take to make a comparative kind of study. We will do the same analysis for the next A candle potential. So this is the next down move, right? So we'll try to identify the lowest. So you see the lowest of the candle is here. So this is the lowest candle, right? Okay, maybe I should circle it here. So this is the lowest, right? So this we'll call it center, and we'll try to draw a water line. So the water line is above, like this. Okay, at the high of the body of the center, and then onto your left hand side, you look within on the left hand side 3 candles. You look for a huge bearish kind of candle. Yes, we do have. This is the one. So I'll highlight it. So this one qualifies it. Okay, and then onto your left, we will look for within three candles for a candle that is bullish, strong bullish, above that particular green line. We don't have any. So in this case also we say that we don't have a pattern. Okay, so why we are looking for a pattern? I mean, some of you may be still not clear what I'm trying to do here. See, you see, let's go back to the first here, right? So we do have a bullish, what do you call a bearish kind of red candle here, right? Say for example, if we had a bullish kind of green candle moving up, and if that green candle move up beyond this green line is higher than the red candle high here, then we say that there's a strong there's a strength in the support here. So because we are looking at the down point here, down is basically support, above is basically resistance, right? So at the support here, there's a strength. So when there's a strength at the support, it's very less likely that the support will break and then the price will continue to fall down. So we want a strong support so that the price will not continue to fall down. Okay, but here we don't have that. So in fact, this pattern is known as no A pattern. And the similar pattern here, maybe I repeat the explanation again. So you see there's a water line, right? So we have to look above the water line for a red candle to your left hand side. Yes, we do have. And similarly, we need to look for a green candle to your right hand side. We don't have any, but let's assume if there was one, and in that particular green candle, let's say the body of it is so huge that is beyond the high of this particular red candle, then we say that there's a strength in the support. So when your support is strong, right, so we can say that the price will not go down. Okay, because there's a lot of buyers there willing to do the support. So that's why. So in terms of strength and support, so you should remember when we draw the line down here, we draw the trend line, right? So this trend line at the downside here is what you call the support line. So we noticed that there were 2 A candles. This is the first A. Well, it's finally end up to be a no A candle. Okay, we were thinking that's an A candle because it looks like an A, but actually it did not fulfill all those criteria. Therefore, we say there's a no A pattern here on this side, and there's also no A pattern on the second. So-called should be A pattern, but we didn't see that. Okay, so when we don't see when we compare relatively, right, the first pattern and the second pattern, since both of them are considered to be no A pattern, then we say that in terms of strength of the support is even. Right? This might be a bit confusing. When we see the support can only get stronger if, let's say, this guy is weak and the second guy is strong. Then our support will get overall stronger. But here what we saw is the first one is no A pattern, which is a weakness sign. The second one also no A pattern, which is also a weakness sign. When we have two weakness sign, that means it's even. Okay, so at the support there, it's a even strength. We don't say okay, two weakness, then it becomes weaker. No. So the arithmetic is the matrix rather I would say is when the first pattern here is a no A pattern and the second one is also a no A pattern, we will conclude it as an even strength. That means it may or may not break this particular what you call the down trend line. Okay, so I'll do the same. If you don't understand, stay on. We'll do another round of explanation, but this time we will talk for the resistance level. Okay. Okay, I'll clear up the screen first. Okay, by the way, hit that subscribe button. I mean, you have gained a lot, is it? New knowledge. Support. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Now we're gonna explain A pattern for the for the resistance level. Just now was at the support level. Now we are looking at the resistance. So those of you who probably kind of knew your resistance line is this. So this is your resistance line. Okay, so we're gonna look at the strength at this particular resistance. Is there a strength? If you have a strength, if the strength is growing, that means there's a high chance that this particular resistance can be break out. We can break out from this resistance and create a higher high. Okay, we need strength at the resistance. Only then we can push the price further up. So the buyers must have strength. So let us look at this. So we'll try to look for A pattern. So to the left hand side, I'll try to draw here. So here we don't see any A pattern. See why we say there is no A pattern here? Because we do have the high here, but we don't have the left hand side. We need 3 left hand side and 3 right hand side. We do have right hand side, we don't have left hand side. So I will just classify this as no A pattern. Okay. Then we will look for the second pattern here at this point. Is there any A pattern? Okay, the highest that we have here is that is the highest, right? Oops. Okay, that's the highest, right? Highest point. So we have to draw the water line. This time when we draw the water line, right? So we have to draw at the low. At the support, if you remember, right? At the support, I draw at the high, right? But now we are talking about resistance. We want to study the strength, so we put at the low here. Okay, we'll put at the low here. Okay, so now that is the water line. So we look at three candlestick to the left. So 3 candlestick to the left. None of the candlestick managed to be. Okay, what we are looking at is a pattern. So when it's a pattern, we are expecting a kind of price move above. So we are looking for a bullish candle to your left, and then the center is this. Center doesn't matter, if bearish or bullish doesn't matter. So in this case we have bearish. Okay, but on the right we'll look for a bearish candle. Okay, to the left we look for a bull candle. For the right we'll look for bearish candle beyond that green line. Okay. So we see at the green line here, onto your left, there is no bullish candle. Similarly, to your right also, you don't see any bearish candle. So that means there is no candle. There is no A pattern. Okay. Okay. So now we have concluded that the first part here we don't have any A pattern. Second also don't have A pattern, and therefore conclusion is even. Even at the resistance, it is even strength. So what can we say? What we can say out of overall conclusion is both at the resistance and at the support, the strength is even between the buyers and sellers. So we kind of predict that this stock is going to continue to go to in a sideways pattern. There is no clear winner between the sellers and the buyers. We need a clear winner for either the buyer or the seller to break up, but we don't have that. Okay, so it can be a breakout on the top or going higher, or it can be a breakdown. See, so it go lower. Okay, there is no clear sign. So most likely it's going to go sideways. So currently the price is trying to move up. So I believe it's going to move up for some time. Okay, before it start to do a reversal. Okay, so Just to give additional point about this A pattern, right? So hypothetically, I just want to explain. So right now we have this particular center candle, right? And we have drawn the waterline, right? But we were anticipating for a bullish kind of candle to your left and a bearish kind of candle on the right, right? Let's say we do have those, okay? Then what will happen is we will compare the height of both. So we will compare the height as in how should I say? Okay, so we will see who is having more power. Is the bull having higher height or the bear having a higher height? If the bear is having higher height from the green line there, then the bear will win. But if the bull is having higher height to your left, then the bull will win. Okay, unfortunately in this chart we couldn't see such pattern. In future, if I happen to see any chart, then I'll put in my video. Keep watching my YouTube channel. I will try to introduce new techniques to do stock analysis. Especially for beginners, you need someone to guide you and to do this analysis. So this channel will be really helpful for you. Hit that subscribe button, and we will also do the like and give your comments. How was my explanation? Do you understood or wasn't clear? And then I'll try to improve myself. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.